Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there. Salty and petty, salty and petty, salty and petty.
We're back.
That's right. Sarah named 3 times will appear, whether you want us or not. Yes. Welcome back to another episode of Salty and Petty. Well, she's a little bit salty.
He's a whole lot of petty. And together we're the Salty and Petty Podcast. Duh.
The
podcast host with the mostest.
That's right, kids.
Oh, no.
This time we're going to cover the original Beetlejuice. Because Beetlejuice is coming soon.
Yeah, I just had a thought, and I realized the sequel to the movie is called Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. So is there going to be a third movie?
Probably.
Oh, God. I hate modern entertainment. I just want original IP. That's it.
Well, tell these young kids to start taking an interest in new IP.
Like, they don't have anything that's original except for Euphoria. That's, well, and Stranger Things, but Stranger Things is based on the 80s. So whatever. They don't really have anything original.
Yeah, Euphoria.
I just woke freaking ran Dave up somewhere.
Exactly.
something Sydney Sweeney. What? Somebody said, oh, just off topic real quick. Somebody said they want Sydney Sweeney to play Britney in the new Britney biopic, and I'm just like,
please, if there's a role out there for like a hot white chick, everyone's like, yeah, Sydney Sweeney should play this part.
Like, can she even sing?
Oh my, well, you would think with those lungs.
I mean, this is for the girlies. I'm sorry, this is for the girly pops. It's not for the boys. This one's for us. Sorry, so no.
Again, you think she'd be able to sing with those lungs. Come on.
Walking around all day like that, yeah. You would
not being able to drown, Come on.
something Raquel Welch.
No, I said buoys.
Okay, and there's your free space with the Seinfeld reference. Let's get started, shall we?
Yes.
Oh, 1988 was a strange time.
Oh, yeah. So this was Michael Keaton's big movie the year before Batman 89.
Also working with the same director,
Tim
Burton.
Yes.
This is such a Tim Burton movie that it hurts. Now, fun fact. My favorite Tim Burton movie is Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Shut up, Philip.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what made him a bankable director. Is that not insane?
Yeah.
That's what got him to be able to direct Batman? That is wild.
Yeah. Pee-wee led the bat. Yeah, I know.
Man, the 80s were crazy, bro.
I was just watching this movie. You know what hit me? I was like, I love Michael Keaton as Batman, but he could have played the Joker too.
Oh.
Think about it. I mean.
Oh. You're not wrong.
No, I mean, look what he does in this movie. And I'm like, he could have been the Joker.
I'm glad he didn't, though.
Yeah, I'm glad too. But
although I'm not the biggest Jack Nicholson fan. We'll talk about that on the 200th episode of We Are the Night, the Batman podcast. I always forget that this is a super young Alec Baldwin in this movie.
I know,
man. Tolerable. It's a very nuanced, subtle performance, but I love me some Gina Davis. Always have, always will.
Oh yeah, Gina Davis. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So this movie when I was a kid was very confusing because the movie starts off one way with this couple and they die, and then we get the new people that move into the house, and I'm like, who am I supposed to care about? Very annoying to split focus like that.
It's like the ghosts are getting haunted, not the living.
Yeah. But so yeah, let's just kind of get into it. I do want to say that this movie, I think it like quadrupled its money. It was like a $15 million budget. It made about 75 million back.
Huh.
So that's pretty cool. I want to say, is this the one? I don't think this is the movie that Danny Elfman won the Oscar for. I know it was another. It was a Tim Burton movie for sure that he won an Oscar for, though.
Yeah, but it just even just listening to the music in this, it's
It's Elfman. It's
I could tell.
instantly recognizable.
Yeah, definitely.
This actually got nominations for the Oscars. It got best direction for Burton, best writing, best supporting actor for Keaton. Oh, it was a nomination for Elfman, not a win. And then also special effects. Practical special effects.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah. And it also won a Hugo Award, but Hugo Awards are very easy to come by. No tea, no shade. Wait a minute. It took 10 years for this movie to come out on DVD.
10 years. Well, yeah, because
it was one of the most popular movies on the DVD version of Netflix when they were shipping them.
Oh, nice. But yeah, I mean, 1988, they weren't pumping them out right away on the VHS or DVD or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the old joke. If you missed a movie, you'd have to wait like 5 years for it to come to VHS or 10 years for it to be on TV.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's wild. Now, I mean, I remember when like commercial music used to be like all music from like the 50s and 60s. Now, literally, somebody has a hit and like 3 months later, it's on a yogurt commercial, bro. It's
exactly.
wild.
Exactly.
People need money out here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like this movie is so fascinating to me because like to me it hasn't really aged well.
Yeah. I mean, especially the special effects with the sandworms and stuff.
Yeah. And did you know they wanted Sammy Davis Jr. to be Beetlejuice?
Really?
They also were thinking about Dudley Moore and Sam Kinison. Now, I can see Sam Kinison, but maybe not Dudley Moore. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, out of that list, I could see Sam Kinison doing it, yeah.
And then, who they wanted to play Lydia, we had Sarah Jessica Parker coming off of Square Pegs, no doubt. We had Brooke Shields. Don't need to say anything about that. She's legendary. She's been in the business since 1978. That just makes sense. We had Lori Loughlin, yes, Aunt Becky, criminal Aunt Becky. Diane Lane, also been in the business for a really long time. Justine Bateman, surprised I actually didn't go with her because she was really that girl back then.
Stuff. Yeah.
Same thing with Molly Ringwald, Juliette Lewis, and Jennifer Connelly. Also, apparently Alyssa Milano, but I think Who's the Boss or whatever thing she was doing then interfered. But I'm surprised they didn't go with Juliette Lewis because this definitely feels like, when I think about it, this feels way more her than Winona Ryder.
Yeah,
like this is the one movie in her filmography that I just look at and go, it's just because you were young.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Heathers. Like, I feel like Heathers kind of doesn't fit her either. Like, as you look at more of her filmography, it's just kind of one of those things.
Yeah.
But I found that really interesting, the Sammy Davis Jr. And I'm like, in the late 80s, really? I thought we were past the Rat Pack thing by then.
I mean, he would make appearances on stuff, I think, but I don't know how frequently he was like on.
Yeah, like, I thought the Rat Pack had fallen out of favor by this time, so I don't know. Maybe it was more toward the mid 90s. But yeah, like, there's a lot of fun facts about this movie. This cast is so great. We already mentioned Michael Keaton, Alec Baldwin, Gina Davis. Also, the legendary Jeffrey Jones with his sardonic humor. Catherine O'Hara, my favorite mom who doesn't know how to mom. That is a Home Alone reference.
The Canadian legend, yes.
Exactly. So yeah, let's just kind of like try to talk about what the movie's about. These damn movies in Connecticut.
I know, that small town. I'm like, how many people are in this town? Like 20?
I know, because it's like so country. If you've ever been to Connecticut, well, the city parts of Connecticut, it's actually pretty urban. But then I remember, it gets pretty rural and country out there. For it to be such a small state, most of it's rural.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, but like, I mean, you can't get DoorDash or pizza, and I can't live like that.
Gotta start using the drones.
Fingers crossed. we can use drones for something good. So we kind of pick up with this married couple, Barbara and Adam Matlin, and they're kind of spending their vacation decorating their country home, and then they're kind of driving home from the trip to town. Barbara swerves to avoid a dog, and I'm like saying that's probably how I'm gonna die. And the car crashes to the side of a covered bridge, plunges into the river, but mysteriously they make it home. But they notice they don't have a reflection. I was like, I didn't know that worked for ghosts too, but I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. Yeah. So then they attempt to leave the house and they end up in this strange, weird desert-like place populated by these giant sandworms. Now this gave me the ick as a kid. I loved it in the cartoon, ironically. Like I feel like Beetlejuice the cartoon is the superior form of Beetlejuice, just because in retrospect this is a little creepy. But yeah, the sandworms were literally nightmare fuel for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little older, but yeah, I mean, they were kind of creepy and stuff, and
the mouth. It's the mouth. Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that it only lasts like a few seconds, because Adam was the one out there being a dummy, and then Barbie rescues him, and she's like, "You were gone for 2 hours." He's like, "But I thought it was a few seconds." It's giving Kramer. It's giving Kramer. And then the coolest thing, I really wish somebody would like. I'm pretty sure Etsy probably has it, but then they find a handbook for the recently deceased, and they're like, "Oh, we actually did drown in the river, and we're ghosts."
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen that somewhere, like the handbook for the recently.
I don't know if it's actually like pages and stuff in there. Because I have a charmed grimoire that they have most of the spells in there, but then like it's only like a couple of spells that the TV show ever showed, so you know, it's not like an actual full grimoire or anything. But I would love to just have like a nicely decorated cover.
Handbook for the recently deceased. I mean, it looks just like it.
Is there stuff written in it, or is it just like?
I think it's said. Let me see, because it's on Amazon, so I know you'll get it. Yeah.
Shh, don't tell everybody my addiction to Bezos.
It's no empty mock-up. It's the real deal.
Oh, okay, cool. Send me the link.
Yeah,
the link in the chat, Phil.
As you explore pages filled with instructions on levitation, haunting, and so much more. I think Lilith knows how to levitate.
Every now and then. It's more like spinning on top of something, but we'll leave that.
Whoa! No, I meant
smoke the doobie.
And then the sad march of capitalism marches on because our house gets sold. We see the new owners. Their last name is Dietz, and they are from New York City.
New York City.
The dad is a former real estate developer. Of course, his second wife, Delilah, is a sculptor / conceptual artist, whatever the hell that means. And they've got his teenage goth daughter, Lydia, from his first marriage, who wants to be a photographer. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I mean, that was the 80s. Everybody wanted to be a photographer, right? That was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be in your little dark room, developing film like Spider-Man.
Get me pictures of Beetlejuice.
Also, we kind of learned that under the guidance of interior designer Otho, the family is going to transform the house into this new wave work of postmodern art. It gives me the ick.
Mm-hmm. The 80s.
Yeah, so this pisses the Matlins off, as it should. So they start consulting the handbook, and they have to go to like that otherworldly waiting room, and you see all these weird distressed souls, and they're figuring out how the afterlife is structured. And no, literally, I swear, hell is just like this. Like it's like an episode of Supernatural. He talks about how it's just a line where you're waiting, and when you get to the front, you just go to the back again. That's hell.
It's just paperwork.
Just paperwork, bureaucracy, and waiting. And I was like, yes, no, this. If I believed in hell, I feel like this is exactly what it would be.
Hell is the DMV, yeah.
Literally, bro. That's why you always call ahead and schedule your appointments. I'm just saying. Maturing is realizing you can do that. Or if you're lucky, you can just do it by mail. Yeah, so it's just bureaucracy, and there's vouchers and caseworkers, and they get a really terrible caseworker, Juno. They're like, yeah, you gotta be in house for the next 125 years. And I'm just like, what? That's oddly specific, yeah?
Yeah, I'm like, is that for everybody, or is it different for people, or different people, or?
I mean, what's more? I guess getting eaten by the sandworms is the dire fate, or you end up like Beetlejuice. I don't know. I don't know which one's worse, honestly.
Yeah.
But they're like, but we want the Deetzes out of the house. And it's like, you know what? We're going to scare them away. And I'm like, oh, you milk toast freaking waspy people. You don't stand a chance against these New York people, do you? Adam and Barbara are invisible to Charles and Delilah, but Lydia is able to see them because she's God.
She still retains her childlike innocence.
If you say so.
I mean, well, yeah, maybe, yeah, it's goth.
It's like when you believe in, it's like that, it's like that South Park episode. When you believe in the power of Edgar Allan Poe, anything is possible. You know? She does attribute her paranormal intuition to her strange and unusual nature, whatever that means. I never really figured that out. Is it just goth. The goth power being goth?
It means goth. That's 80s for goth, yeah.
Okay. Because, man, I'm like, okay, seriously though, like, people don't understand. Goth and punk aren't actually like aesthetics; they're political views. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'll leave it to Noel. You can write a comment in the chat, Noel.
It's Hollywood goth.
It's worse than that. It's like very superficial TikTok goth. I can't.
Oh my god! I think I just came up with our band name, Hollywood Goth.
Noel's gonna kill us. You can't put that in the atmosphere.
Oh, I know.
So against Juno's advice, the Matlins contact Beetlejuice, Juno's former assistant and now freelance bioexorcist. I'm like, okay. There's some juicy lore there that we don't really get into. Of course, Beetlejuice is Beetlejuice, and he's like totally like icks out the Matlins with his crude and weird behavior, and they're like trying to reconsider hiring him, but they're too late. He's wreaking havoc on the Deets, and it's just like the more he does, they attribute it to like the small town's charm, and then like the supernatural events inspired Charles to pitch his boss on transforming the town itself into a tourist hotspot. But then Maxie's like, I want proof of ghosts first, dummy.
Mm-hmm.
And so, using the handbook for the recently deceased, Otho conducts what he thinks is a seance, and he summons Adam and Barbara using their wedding clothes. But this is so sad for me, begin to age and decay. And then that's how he found out it was actually an exorcism.
Oh, yeah, at the end, yeah.
Horrified, Lydia summons Beetlejuice for help, but he only will help her if she marries him. Because marrying a human would enable him to freely cause chaos in the mortal world.
So he just wanted his green card.
I mean, it's an 80s movie. Of course, it all boils down to something weird and capitalistic.
Yes.
Beetlejuice does save the Matlins, disposes of Maxie, and then Maxie's wife is in that game thingy. And Otho is like, they're changing his clothes to that leisure suit, and they're getting that like weird wedding and that weird minister, and I'm just like, okay, this is nightmare fuel. This is probably why I don't want to get married. This probably scarred me as a child right here.
I always thought that little minister thing was funny, because it's like once Beetlejuice is taken out, it's like he's just standing there like, oh, this is awkward.
Yeah, so the Matlins luckily intervene before the ceremony is completed, and then Barbara rides a sandworm through the house, and it eats Beetlejuice, and I'm just like, oh, okay. The Deets and the Matlins agree to kind of live in harmony in the house, and then Barbara and Adam actually befriend Lydia, and she's like, yeah, every now and then you should use your powers and possess somebody. And then we kind of cut to Beetlejuice stuck in the afterlife waiting in the afterlife waiting room, and he steals that number ticket from the witch. This is like classic. This is like when you think of Beetlejuice, I feel like this is the scene you think of from the witch doctor who shakes his head in return.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wild from start to finish. Like, this is an 80s movie. This is a Tim Burton movie. It is just wild.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. I mean, you'll probably agree. But I was gonna say, I don't know if this is a popular opinion or not, but Adam and Barbara better parents to Lydia than the other two.
Duh.
I'm like, why are you having the ghost help her with her homework?
Because they're rich people. Rich people never raise their kids.
Oh God, they consider the ghost the help. Oh my Lord.
They do, basically. Let's be so real right now.
Yeah.
Which is kind of why I like the cartoon better. We don't focus on any of that. Just Lydia and Beetlejuice getting up to shenanigans.
Which is kind of weird after,
Well, that's why they probably made a cartoon. They thought about it. They're like, and Tim Burton does have some weird tendencies in his movies.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, it was like kind of like a joke back when he was still married to Helena Bonham Carter. They're like, if they ever remade Beetlejuice, I guarantee you she'd be in it. And I'm like, oh, they got divorced too soon. They're like, why is Johnny Depp not in this movie? I'm like, well, he's persona non grata, so he really did have to go back to the. He's like, well, Michael Keaton, I heard you were back doing movies for DC for Warner Brothers specifically. So, yeah, no, this is a solid B+ movie as an adult, but this was definitely top tier as a kid.
Yeah, definitely. Oh God, Michael Keaton's the Hugh Jackman on this side. It's like you're gonna make him do this till he's 90.
Till he's 90. Isn't he almost 90 though?
No,
Michael
not
Keaton.
old, but I mean,
he's been acting for a long time.
Well, yeah, since the 80s at least.
He's 72. Close enough. Let the man Oh my God, he's a short king. I did not know that.
I was gonna say I don't think he was that tall. Yeah.
Could at least lie and say you're 5'10". If he's 5'9" on his bio, that means he's like 5'7".
Yeah, but
I've never met him in person, so
I mean that's Hollywood tall. He's taller than Tom Cruise.
I'm taller than Tom Cruise. He wears listening shoes and everybody knows it. I'm taller than like literally half of female Hollywood though. It's kind of weird. Taller than Halle Berry. I'm taller than a lot of people.
Oh really? I thought I guess not. No.
She's like allegedly she's 5'5", but I'm just telling you, I've met her in person. I'm taller than her.
I thought she was taller unless she's wearing heels or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she's always wearing heels on a good old Apple box.
You know what happens to a toad when it gets hit by lightning?
Same thing as everything else. I love that. I don't care who you are. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but not in a good way.
Definitely not in a good way. Let's see. Let's get into. Do you have some favorite quotes? I have a ton of favorite quotes.
Oh, go. Get into the quotes. It'll come to me.
Oh, well, of course, if you're watching on YouTube, my favorite line is, what'd you expect? You're dead. Or when Adam asked Beetlejuice what his qualifications are, he's like, oh, well, I'm Timmy Juilliard. I'm a graduate of the Harvard Business School. I traveled quite extensively. I lived through the Black Plague and had a pretty good time during that. I've also seen The Exorcist about 167 times, like so close. And it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy. Now, what do you think? You think I'm qualified? I love that quote.
I know. Just when he goes going off like that, I'm like, that he could have been the Joker.
Or when he kicks that damn model tree and he's like, nice fucking model.
Yeah, grabs his crotch.
Oh, man. So many good. Or Beetlejuice, go ahead and make my millennium.
Throw your voice, fool your friends.
Oh, yeah.
Nice fucking model.
Oh, let's see. What else?
Not so fast, brown boy. We're going to have some laughs.
Or the dumb football player, Coach, where's the men's room? Juno, I'm not your coach. He survived. The dumb football player, wait. Coach, let me get something straight. What's our curfew around here? Well, you get out of here. Go on. Downstairs. Men's room. Are you kidding me? Can't you read the signs? And I'm like, he's a very dumb football player. He's had head concussions. Of course he can't read the sign.
Well, yeah, and you got killed. Like by your trauma.
Yeah, the dumb football player was a good one. Or a line that I literally used to use all the time. Let's turn on the juice and see what shakes loose. Let me tell you, back in the mid-90s, this thing was always on HBO Max.
Oh,
always.
Yeah.
I don't care if it was 12 in the afternoon or 3 in the morning. This was, because, like, there was always, like, 6 channels of HBO or something weird like that, and it was always on one of them.
Oh yeah. Oh, and of course the infamous
It's showtime.
Oh, of course. People wore that the hell out.
uh-huh.
There's even a whole network
Yep. Oh yeah.
looking at you, CBS. Also, I love the line where she's like, a little gasoline, low torch, no problem. When they were checking out the house, I'm like, yeah. When I used to look for houses, I've been there, done that. But yeah, like, did you know there was a Beetlejuice musical?
I did. Yeah, I did. Isn't that the one that whore Lauren Boebert was at when she got caught?
Was it?
I believe it was. That's what I thought I heard. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I'm like, really? That gets you in the mood? Okay.
That's funny. It got shut down because of COVID, but
Oh, yeah.
I heard it reopened and then
That's
closed
what I'm
again
saying.
in 2023.
It had to have, because that was after COVID when she got caught.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they did a run from April 8th, 2022 to January 8th, 2023. So that's probably when that happened.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of good music apparently. So maybe one day I'll be able to get a pro cut of that.
Oh, nice.
Again, like I said, my favorite form of this whole media franchise is the cartoon. I've seen every single episode of the cartoon.
All right. So when you first saw this, how old were you when you first saw this movie?
Ooh, probably like 6 or 7.
All right. So besides like the scary imagery, like did that seem creepy to you when he was trying to marry Lydia? Or
yeah. Like
Yeah.
I told you, I probably don't want to get married because of this. Now that I'm thinking about it, just twisted my whole little brain for marriage. Yeah. Like Beetlejuice is creepy.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And it wasn't really clear, like, oh, I'm just gonna trick the stupid teenager into marrying me. No, it felt like he wanted more than that.
Oh yeah. It seemed like he wanted the honeymoon and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, it's kind of confusing because it's like you meet the two ghosts at the beginning and you're rooting for them, and then you meet all these other terrible people, and it's like, oh, but of course you have to talk about the singing scene. Of course, I think that's another synonymous scene.
Oh, at the end, yeah.
Yeah.
Or they make them sing during the dinner party too.
Yeah, that one too.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even if you've never seen this movie, you've seen clips of this movie.
Oh yeah. You've heard lines even if you don't know it's from this movie. Yeah.
And I heard Jim Carrey got his inspiration for The Mask from this movie.
Oh really?
And for me, it kind of makes sense.
I could see that.
Yeah. It's iconic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see. Yeah. I was gonna say I can see Jim Carrey getting a lot of inspiration from Michael Keaton. Yeah.
I think that the soundtrack is all Harry Belafonte. It's the Dale song, the Banana Boat song, and then Jump in the Line, the Shake Sonora song. So I'm just like,
was that like a Tim Burton thing? Because again, it's like in the next year, Batman '89, the whole soundtrack's Prince.
Well, those were original songs for the most part, though.
Yeah.
I don't know how they got Prince to do. Like I told you, I was listening to that soundtrack. That soundtrack, go back and listen to it. I don't know how he got away with it.
What do you mean? How do you get away with it?
There's some raunchy songs on there.
Well, yeah. Well,
you hire Prince, you get what you get. But I'm just saying, like, it was not family friendly.
Again,
as much merch as they had.
Again, man, the end of the 80s, the beginning of the 90s, man, they were pushing boundaries. They're just like, let's see what we can get away with. Again, remember that's when the Wild West started. It's like,
dark and gritty. Frank Miller overtime, yeah.
Well, yeah, just let's see what boundaries we can push and stuff.
Your mother's a whore. This movie I think we can point to this movie as well.
Oh yeah.
It's just so weird watching. It was so weird watching this one again.
Mm-hmm. And what are you saying?
Has Lucas seen this, or did you watch this by yourself?
I watched it myself. I mean, he's seen parts of it. I mean, again, he's like you. I think I know we watched Pee-wee's Big Adventure together. He liked that. So
now that's a movie.
Yeah.
No, like seriously, like I just remember when I was little and they still had like the reruns on. Yeah, it was really cool. And then I saw the movie when I was a little bit older, after they completely took it off of TV, and I was like, oh, cool. And then I found out a little bit older about why there was no more Pee Wee Herman.
Oh yeah. It took you a while to find that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember when they caught him. Oh my god! Because again, there was so many masturbation and hand jokes. Yes.
And honestly, I used to get him, and I probably still do when I'm watching TV. Even though I know like he's dead, Rubens is dead. Him and what was it, Al Cummings or whatever that guy's name is? They look so much alike. It's
Oh,
so
Alan
creepy.
Cummings. Yeah.
I mean, with a last name like Cummings.
Hey-oh.
Hold on, in case you don't know whom I'm speaking about. Let's see. Come on. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you're still not sure, yes, he played Nightcrawler in X2.
Shh, we don't talk about that.
Why is better than X3?
I don't know. We might have to rank the X-Men movies.
Oh, okay, we can do that.
Oh, grab Justin too, since you guys,
Yes. Oh, we can do that. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I'll fight you on some interesting choices.
Listen, honey.
Listen, nothing, even including Age of Apocalypse, is as bad as Fantastic Four skin, okay?
Oh yeah, I know.
So there's that.
Uh,
Do you know any interesting facts about Beetlejuice? I felt like there was a video game, but now I can't find it.
Yeah, you know what? I swear it might have been on the back of a comic book or something. I swear I saw an ad for for a video game, but I never played it. But
and I could never for the life of me figure out why they didn't actually spell Beetlejuice correctly. Because it's like he's named after Beetlejuice the star.
Yeah, with two.
But they don't spell it like that.
I thought you were gonna say Beetlegeist.
So yeah, it's really funny. And then fun fact, that star's supposedly gonna go supernova this year.
Really?
Not really.
Okay. She's like, suck it. No,
because they're always like soon, but like in star time, that could be like tomorrow or 10,000 years from now.
Yeah.
And it's like it probably already exploded. I think it's like 600 light years away or something.
Oh, so yes, we wouldn't see it.
So we'll see it eventually. But yeah, I was like, and also I feel like he was like a demon, and demonology too. So like I feel like that's where they drew most of their inspiration from, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it just kind of confused me, like about like the lore of Beetlejuice is not very clear. I'm interested in the lore, but they just didn't flesh it out because that's just not a thing they did in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I'd really like to know how the afterlife works in that universe.
It looks like on Prime Video you can buy episodes of the animated series.
Yeah. I swear it was on like DVD back in like the mid 2000s, and I got it.
Oh man, I didn't realize that was 5 seasons.
Oh yeah. Well, you have to remember that back in the day they used to literally greenlight kid shows for like 300 episodes at a time.
Oh yeah.
Like I forget what TV show I was watching, and they're like season 2, 120 episodes. Season 3, 30 episodes.
Oh yeah.
And then it's canceled. By the time you realize it's canceled, I mean, getting through those episode counts,
Yeah, you're still working your way through episodes by the time it's canceled.
Yeah, because it's just like 100 was before. Now it's 88 episodes to get to syndication. They're probably gonna have to change that now with the way that TV shows are going.
Well, yeah,
like it used to be 100. So for kid shows, like it was no brainer. If the first season did well with 20, they'd greenlight that second season.
Oh yeah.
And so they'd be like, they get like half of them out, and they'd still be producing the other half, and then greenlight the last 2 seasons, and then they cancel it while they're still actually working on it and putting the episodes out. So yeah.
Yeah, they definitely changed that syndication rules. Things how you only get like 10 episodes a season now.
Bro, something ain't right. It takes 3 years to get 10 episodes. Bro, listen.
Shouldn't-
I understand that people need their work-life balance, but baby, mama needs we need to go back to that 24 episode filler. Give me character development.
Is it a money issue? Because I was like, with modern technology, shouldn't it be easier to pump out episodes than it was back in the day?
Everything needs to be a soap opera at this point. I don't care. I don't care. Everybody's working 233 days a year. I don't care. Mama needs her entertainment. I can't keep waiting. Like literally, I forget when stuff comes out. Like I'm just like, oh, it's been like 3 years. I don't care anymore.
Yeah. I know. I'm just
like, baby, I grew up prime time. I'm talking Breaking Bad. I'm talking Lost. I'm talking The Sopranos. I'm talking every single thing that I've ever loved has literally like at least 5 seasons. My favorite shows, Smallville and Supernatural, 10 and 15 respectively.
Mm-hmm. And again, back in the day, man, you maybe took the summer off, but then you were back in September.
You were grinding, baby. I'm sorry. Like, I know everybody needs a work-life balance, but maybe we can get back to the old Hollywood system because this new shit ain't working, bro.
I mean, can you imagine the first person who's like, oh, yeah, 10 episodes? Yeah, screw that.
Well,
and
even then, the Prestige TV was like at least 13 episodes. Like,
yeah.
I don't know where this 8, 3, 6, 5 came from. You all can take that shit back over across the pond. Like, London can get away with that because they only got like 5 people. They're just crowded on a little island. I'm pretty sure Manhattan has more people than all of the UK. Fight me, Anglophiles. I don't care.
Oh my!
I'm in a feisty mood. Anyway, yeah, that's all I really have to talk about. I think it's a great movie. I don't know how the second movie is really gonna work out.
Yeah.
I don't think this was a well that we needed to go back to.
Well, again, they're looking for any, I guess, IP that they can come back to.
That's
and again,
we need original IP.
And
like,
again,
just leave stuff alone, man.
Yeah, I know, but they're just like, oh, Michael Keaton's still around, and we can do this. I guess
he needed the money, so.
Yeah, because again, he could say no if he wanted. He'd probably say no if he wanted to. So.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder for after the whole Flash thing, did they have something in his contract about doing another movie, or?
I think this was actually filmed before the Flash. Let me double check.
Oh wow.
Give me a second.
Or unless he wanted to come back one more time as Batman, or like, now you got to give us a Beetlejuice or something. It's like, okay.
I don't even think he wanted to do that. I think it was supposed to be just a cameo for poops and giggles like everybody else, and something fell apart. I mean, I've heard a lot of different things about that whole situation. Okay, when did they film this?
So it was that long ago they filmed this.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, it started mid-2022.
Okay.
But it got delayed too, allegedly.
Well, writer's strike and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that the contract was in place well before the Flash thing.
Okay.
Because they kept rewriting it if you remember.
Oh yeah.
I just find it really funny that I just talk about Smallville and then I remember.
What?
Yeah, they do the Wednesday show. So the people that created Smallville created Wednesday.
Yeah.
So funny. Because Jenna Ortega is in the Wednesday show. I still haven't watched that.
I haven't watched it either, but I'm like, is she like the go-to now for like spooky content, like Wednesday and now Beetlejuice?
I guess. I don't know. Oh, and Scream. Don't forget Scream.
And Scream, yeah.
Yeah.
Is she like the new horror queen, or whatever? Not that Beetlejuice is like really horror, but
it's dark horror fantasy.
It's like, yeah, it's dark humor, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Jenna Ortega. I was like, yeah, I could have taken her left it with that. Like, I don't, it is what it is. I'm interested to see how the movie shakes out. Because, like, she kind of ruined Scream for me.
Oh.
Not gonna lie. So that's why I've been hesitant to watch Wednesday, and now I'm very hesitant to watch this. So we'll see. And like, I'm not I aged out because apparently she had like a Disney show or something too. But that was way after my time. I'm barely old enough to even say that I watched Hannah Montana. I mean, I'm barely young enough to say that. So
Yeah. How old is Jenna Ortega?
I think she's in her early 20s.
That's what I thought. I was gonna say it's just hard to tell because she's so short and yeah. That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
she's 21.
That's what I thought. Something like that.
I heard good things about Wednesday, and if I watch this movie and I like it, I'll probably go check it out.
Mm.
Yeah, that's really all I have to say about Beetlejuice. I was hoping somebody would send in feedback, contrary or otherwise.
Yeah.
A lot of people who don't actually like this movie.
Oh, really?
They're sticks in the mud.
Well, yeah. You know what? So we might get comments after the fact because we've been getting some interaction on the YouTube on some of our videos. So
Oh, that's nice.
So somebody might see this and like comment there, or
Yeah, leave it in the chat. We'll find it and talk about it.
yeah,
sure.
or again, I mean, we'll
the movie's gonna come out, and are you gonna go see it?
I'm thinking of that's what I told you I was thinking about seeing
We
it.
can do a little review. We can do like a 20-minute review on squeeze it in somewhere on Salty and Petty.
Yeah.
Well, it comes out the 24th, right, of September.
No, I thought. Let me look. I thought it was the beginning of September. I thought. Or am I thinking of something else?
So hard to say.
Yeah, I know. It's
so many movies. Oh yeah, you're right. The 6th of September.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, it's only an hour and 44 minutes.
Only?
Well, oh yeah. Well, again, anything under 2 hours anymore, I'm just like, wow. Wow.
Yeah. That's good. That gives me hope. I don't like sitting through long movies anymore. Like, that was the thing that drove me crazy about Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, that movie was way too long.
That wasn't even that much over 2 hours, was it?
I feel like it's a comedy. You get 90 minutes. Keep it tight.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I know.
Keep it tight.
But again, you had all the.
It's a Marvel movie. It's a fully an MCU movie now, so it has to be 2 hours minimum.
Yeah, and again, they're all the multiverse stuff. So let's see who's back.
Didn't need it.
I know. Well, let's see who's back. Winona Ryder.
Winona, Michael.
Some of them aren't. No, some of them aren't around anymore.
Yeah, I know. Justin Theroux. Like, Monica Bellucci? Hello. Also, Willem Dafoe. I am excited for Willem Dafoe. I love Willem Dafoe.
Danny DeVito?
I don't know. I feel like that might be an end credit scene. I don't know if he's actually.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Exactly.
Catherine O'Hara.
Justin Theroux, though.
Yeah.
No.
Catherine O'Hara's back. Oh,
notice Alec Baldwin isn't there.
Well, yeah, no. Well, Gina Davis ain't here either, so maybe they've moved on. Oh, I didn't. Is her name on there? I didn't think I saw it.
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah. So perhaps that maybe they moved on quicker than 125 years.
She's a tall lady. She's 6 foot tall.
Oh, Gina Davis.
That's a tall drink of water right there. Oh, that's a bummer. But yeah, I mean, Catherine O'Hara, like I said, my favorite mom who doesn't know how to mom. I mean, even in Schitt's Creek, she's a shitty mom. So.
Oh yeah. Hey man, steering that tight. You get tight gas, man. Steering that skid, man. That's how you make it, man. That's how you make your money.
Yeah. So funny though. I love her though. So yeah, I'm interested to see like what they have cooked up. So.
Oh yeah. So yeah, everybody, please, send us your thoughts on the original Beetlejuice. When you see the new one, please send us your thoughts.
Apparently, there's been 3 different commissions for Beetlejuice sequel scripts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. None of them really hit. That's interesting.
So maybe they're actually taking care of this and just not throwing up anything.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Apparently they were gonna do Keaton and Ryder were gonna do Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian, but Burton was busy with Batman Returns.
Oh.
Batman Returns?
And Keaton was busy too.
Beetlejuice Goes to Hawaii. Oh my god. You know what? They got that from the cartoon. I almost guarantee you a lot of those old scripts got turned into cartoon episodes. That's what it sounds like.
Probably.
So interesting. But on that note, I guess we don't have to we can skedaddle if you want.
Yeah.
It's a shockingly slow Friday, bro.
I think that was like an 80s trope with like, I don't know, some movies, but like TV shows where like they always had an episode where they went to Hawaii. Hell, the Brady Bunch did it in the 60s or 70s?
Yeah. Or if you're a millennial like me, TGI Friday, everybody goes to Disney World.
Yes.
And that's the crossover.
There was always a vacation episode. It was either Hawaii or Disney World. Yeah.
Full House went. Actually, that's one of my favorite. The Cast Goes to Hawaii episodes, actually, because you get to sing the Beach Boys with the Beach Boys in Hawaii. What could be more serendipitous?
Didn't Full House go to Disney World too?
Yeah, part of the TGIF Friday crossover with Urkel and Boy Meets World.
Yeah,
and there was another one. I want to say Step by Step was there too, maybe. Oh, I am a litany of TGIF Friday for sure.
I know. All right. So so next time we're going to cover another movie, Mallrats.
Because it's Smith-Timber, baby!
September begins. And then the week after that, we'll get an Unlimited Justice because News of Tana and Power Girl will be out. Swing.
Fishnets and top hats, baby.
That's right. And then
Boob Window.
That's right. And then for the rest of Smith-Timber, we'll get Kevin Smith's episode of Arrow. Some of his final Green Arrow issues, probably 12 through 15. And we'll close out Smith-Timber here with Chasing Amy.
Nice. That's the least Kevin Smith movie that Kevin Smith has ever directed.
How much Kevin Smith?
How about that?
How much Smith could Kevin Smith Smith?
If Kevin Smith could Smith. The answer is Jersey Girl. Oh,
I feel like he asks himself that question when he gets high.
Definitely.
All right. So send us your thoughts on any of it, all of it, the Beetlejuice, any of the Kevin Smith stuff. Email us saltyandpetty69 at gmail.com.
Well, I would hope so. It's written right there.
Yeah, it's staring me right in the face.
Hello.
Along with that innocent looking hill so far. False advertising. All right. And you can always call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise. Get your brand new Capes and Lunatics merch. Get your classic Capes and Lunatics merch. Even newer merch may be coming soon in the form of Capes and Lunatics international merch.
Ooh.
That's right.
We just got to get a 3D printer.
Oh, yeah, for a figure. Yeah, kids, you want your Capes and Lunatics figures? Oh, Justin has to have a damn owl. All right, and of course,
get your Asians to Smash badges.
Yeah. What are the little weed clip on the end of it? Okay. And of course, yes, the Queen demands that you rain random money on us through the Cash App link. Help support the shows.
Make it rain.
And it's because please don't make us dance on that pole in the club, because the sandworms are coming after us. Ain't gonna be that's pretty.
Yeah, don't condemn us to 125 years of dire pain, please.
She looks like she was just working a stripper pole down at Divas.
Again, just to condemn Loth Hellfire to 125 years of pain working with me. All right. And of course, the Patreon, where we give you something new and different every month, exclusive to the patrons, completely uncensored. And again, as Justin proves, yes, if you're a patron, send in requests. We'll talk it.
Wild or mild, we got you covered.
Someone request Loth Hellfire's Vegas vacations.
They probably want to wait till after this year's birthday to request that.
Oh, something planned this year.
Well, I told you I'm doing my marathon on my birthday, and then I have the rest of December to run amok.
Meet and greets with the porn stars. All right. So yes. So find the Patreon at patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. And you can find it all at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
Damn, Skippy. All right, Lilith Hellfire. Are you online yet?
I'm still on a social media sabbatical, but feel free to follow me on TikTok at Lilith Hellfire 69.
Either do
Well,
this.
you never know what could happen because it's TikTok.
Oh, you don't want to know the things I've done.
Oh yeah, we do.
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels, so.
All right. All right. Thank you for joining us again. Ballrats next week. The beginning of September.
Are you scared? Well, you should be.
Or you scared?
Get your edibles and your Red Bulls ready, kids. Smith Trevor coming at ya.
Snoochie. All right. Join us next time. Remember, we're the podcast with the mostest.